Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is Empath on a Mission. Today's reading is for Leo. The message is for Leo. Angels and spirit guides for Leo. What would you like them to know? What is the energy of Leo and what would you like them to know? Keep in mind, guys, this is a general reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest. Messages for Leo. Okay, Leos, I feel like there's something you're missing here. We have the Eight of Swords. You see how she's bound up and there's blinders on her eyes. It's a self-imposed bondage. It's a strict way of thinking that it is hard to break through. And we have the Four of Pentacles. I feel like this is something tied into a belief that is holding you onto something and keeping you stuck and keeping you from your greatness, keeping you from moving forward about a certain situation, I feel like. We'll dig more into that, but there's just something being blocked here that you're blocking from yourself, I feel like. And I feel like it's unconscious, like you're not thinking about it, you're not realizing that this is an old belief. Something is holding you back here from moving forward. And on to a celebration. We have the Three of Cups here. I feel like also you could be numbing this out with, excessive partying or doing whatever you can to pass the time without having to think about it. It could be that way as well, or it could be there's something that's keeping you from your joy, keeping you from celebration, keeping you from unity around other people, keeping you from connecting with your loved ones or just people in general, of really living in the moment. I feel like it's hard for you to live in the moment right now. We have the Empress in reverse, and there's it's like not knowing your worth, not knowing your power within you to stand up and say what you need to say, not owning that feminine side of you as well. It could be that nurturing side. But I feel like there's a lack of nurture for yourself. This old belief, it could be something, I am not worthy, I am not deserving, I have to work a certain way, I have to do XYZ to get praise and to feel good about myself. But I feel like you're not seeing the goodness and the greatness within yourself already because of it. It's totally blocking you. Let's clarify the Empress in reverse, spirit. Empress in reverse. Yeah, having a tough time, stuck between two worlds, but having tough times making decisions for yourself. I feel like you're afraid to make the wrong decision. I feel like this belief is also, if I make the wrong decision, I will disappoint myself, I will disappoint my family, I will disappoint others. I have to make this perfect right decision. I feel like you are just afraid to make the wrong choice and disappoint those around you, as opposed to really thinking about what would make you happy. Because I know that you feel that validation from other people when you make decisions that benefit them. But I feel like you have a hard time making those decisions that benefit yourself and sticking up for yourself. What would be best for yourself? Let's see what else for Leo. What else for Leo? Spirit. Okay, because we have the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, and this is a very earthy type of energy as well. I feel like you have a hard time grounding yourself and getting connected, making that decisions. That's tied into that as well. Wondering how it's going to affect this person if I make this decision. Instead of thinking about yourself, There's a real need here, though, to really think about yourself, Leo. We have the Nine of Pentacles. Really tend to your own needs. What are your needs? What are some things that you want out of life? What is going on in my life here where I don't feel worthy? Why don't I feel good about myself with something? There's a need to step back and find that stillness, even connect in nature as well. You see the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. She's very connected, and she has boundaries in place, but she knows how to communicate. You know, her throat chakra is completely open because she knows how to say the right thing in the right way, that if people get offended, it doesn't matter. She's put up that boundaries, and she stood for herself. And I feel like there's a need to do that with yourself right now, because that's what's going to help you get victory over these thoughts and these emotions that you feel about yourself. Why aren't you good enough? Why don't you think that you can move past this situation like everything else? What makes you think that you won't come out successful if you make the wrong decision about something? What makes you think that this is life altering? That this decision will define you as a person and you'll never be happy again if you made that wrong choice, possibly. There needs to be some healing from that. You need to step away from that. The Six of Swords. You need to step out of that energy of making the wrong choice. And you need to really connect with that higher self that is able to tell you those things, to really get quiet and listen. You know, listening about things. Be open to learning a better way. To seeing the good in yourself as well. See that good in yourself. Let's see what else. For Leo, Spirit. Messages for Leo. Okay, Leo. So we have the Ten of Pentacles. I feel like this belief is tied to your past. I feel like it involves any kind of disappointment you felt that you gave to your family, your siblings, your parents. I feel like you worry a lot about your family and their view of you. You really want to make them proud and you want to make them happy. And it feels amazing when you do. You know, there's a celebration with the Three of Cups. But I feel like people were hard on you or are still hard on you when you do make decisions that don't benefit them. And it's not even necessarily when you do something wrong. I just feel like when it doesn't benefit them, you feel bad about yourself because they've made you feel that way. There was an underlying tone to all this, and there could still be. So this whole holding on to what your family thinks, it's really hard for you to break out of that. And that's actually what's hindering you from moving forward and feeling good about yourself, being that Empress, is because you didn't learn how to stand in your power. And you're still having a hard time doing so, even though you want to. The King of Wands in reverse. Yeah, very, you have to take action in this, and you have to stand up for yourself. You have to figure out how to do that, because everybody else does. The people around you that make you feel that way do, except you. You're afraid to stand in your own power. You're afraid to take action, take your own action, say no more of this. I'm going to stick up for myself. I'm going to do what makes me happy, because why shouldn't I be happy as well? But you don't want to hurt anybody. I feel like you're afraid that it hurts them on a deep level. It's you connected something to it that if I disappoint them, I disappoint myself. I feel that. I have empathy for that. We have the Sun in reverse. This is your card. It's just, yeah, Leo, you're not yourself. You're not standing in yourself, but you could never be yourself around these people. You don't realize that until later on. I feel like you're going to realize that very soon, that this is keeping you from being your true self. Were these people, do they really have your best interests at heart? Are they thinking about your happiness? Because you're thinking about theirs, right? You're thinking about everybody else's happiness but yourself, and eventually that well is going to run dry. You have nothing left to give. That's why you're so drained. This is why you have anxiety, because of trying to please those around you that probably couldn't or wouldn't do the same for you. We have the devil energy in reverse. Cut those ties. Cut what you need to from those old beliefs, from those people that are taking energy from you and not replacing it, not giving. It's not an equal give and take. It's not an equal exchange of energy. People just take from you, and these people have their own stuff going on. They have their own addictions, they have their own problems, and they're projecting them onto you. And that in turn just feeds your own issues as well. It doesn't help you heal. It doesn't help your happiness, is what I'm seeing here. There's a real issue here as far as being attached to other people and what they think of you. That is what the belief is. That attachment to what others think of you, and those closest to you mostly, what they think of you. So let's pull some advice for Leo. All right, advice from Spirit. Advice for Leo, Spirit. What can you tell them? What should Leo know? Oh, your hard work is paying off in yourself. Your hard work in yourself pays off. It already helps the people around you. Keep working on yourself. Your commitment is being tested. I feel like this is the commitment that you're making to yourself to make a change. Maybe you've wanted to stand up for yourself before, and then you just back down, at the last minute. Your commitment is being tested. Whatever situation you're going through now, it's being repeated. Sometimes it comes back stronger the second time around to see if you really learn the lesson or not. Stand firm and stand neutral. That's the biggest thing. Don't let your emotions get the best of you. Don't let these old beliefs about yourself get the best of you. What do you need to release? Really ask yourself that. What is it that I need to release? Is it this belief that needs to be released? Is it something else? Whatever it is, it needs to be released. This is all coming up to process and to release it. All right, Leo, if that resonated, please like, comment, and subscribe. And you guys have a wonderful rest of your day.